Hi, this is Champlet 2 on the PlayStation Network. This video is going to review the style options for the new Aircraft Hangars that are available in the Smuggler's Run DLC. When I started with this default style type 1, the standard lighting, the flooring type 1, which is also the default, the standard office furniture, again the free default that comes with the purchase. I bought the traditional living quarters, which was the least expensive option, and the workshop. So this is the default hangar style number 1 that I had purchased. This was the default lighting. Here is the default floor graphics that I started with here. And then under the office furniture, here's the standard. Now I'm actually going to review the office and the living quarters in an additional video. This one here is primarily going to focus on the hangar style. And I'll mention a little bit about the lighting and the flooring, but that will also be covered in another video. They were just a little too long, so I broke them up to keep them a little bit shorter. So this is the default style, and you can see on the floor there the lines for the floor design are in yellow, and then you've got yellow beams going across and red beams going up and down from front to back for the catwalks. So now I'm going to run in here. Oh, and I've neglected to mention it had sort of a light gray stonish color floor there. I'm going to go back in and renovate this, and we're going to choose style number 2. And we'll check this one out. This is a $100,000 renovation here for style number 2. So now you'll see there's blue stripes on the floor, and that matches the blue beams and rafters. I guess they're catwalks up there. With the yellow that are going across. So it's a blue and yellow trim design, and the blue matches the blue that's on the floor. And again, that's sort of a cement gray stone colored floor. Here we have style option number 3, just a little bit darker, and now we've got sort of a red-orange beam going across instead of yellow. So we'll take a look at this. There we go. So it's the dark orange trim, and you'll notice all of it is dark orange. It's not like the other one was 2 different colors, blue and yellow. This is all dark orange, and now the orange lines on the floor, that's your floor design. But again, it's the same gray stone cement looking floor. The walls are a little darker here, a little darker gray. So a more subdued look for sure. We'll go back in and renovate again. Sorry, this takes a little while to go through these menus every time. And basically the whole purpose of this is just to let you really see these options so you don't have to pay for them yourself and see what they look like in person. You can see it here and decide if you like it enough to want to buy it. So this one, I hope this doesn't get me any hate mail, but being a former Denver resident, this is my Denver Broncos color scheme. We've got the nice blue and the orange, and there's my orange lines on the floor that match the orange trim. Now in all of these, in this particular video, I'm just using the standard lighting. And it was interesting, I didn't realize this when I first recorded this, but each one of these style options then comes with different lighting options. So it depends on which style you choose as to which lighting you get to choose. You'll see that again later when I cover in another video the lighting options, because I go back and show you which styles have what lighting options. So for this particular option, it's kind of not really red. It's almost a little bit of pink, because you'll see it next to one of my red vehicles here. There's the red plane. It's kind of a weird, kind of a candy red, I guess. and there's yellow trim. But what's interesting here is now the lines on the floor are black instead of yellow, which is the accent color up there closer to the roof. So I would have expected that to be yellow, but it's not. It's black. But the floor is, that's one heck of a red. That's a lot of red. Okay, so now we'll go back and we will try the next option. That was style number 5. Here's style number 6. Now this one, you can tell just at the roof there, it's a lot darker, higher up, closer to the ceiling, but quite bright on the floor because of all the yellow paint. So the beams are darker, except for the ones going across. And the floor trim is darker to match the beams that are going from the front to the back. But there's an awful lot of very bright yellow in here. The walls are quite a bit darker gray too. And again, that's the standard lighting up there. Next we'll review style number 7. Now this is a much brighter option. It kind of just feels like there's a lot more sunlight coming in. I don't know that there actually is, but I think just because the walls are so much lighter, it looks like you're getting a lot of sunlight. Again, the same standard lighting, but basically the whole place just has a little bit of a soft gray color to it. We're back to the gray cement or stone floor, and you can see that darker beam across the floor striping matches the darker beam. So it's got that dark gray. And the reason I mention that is when you do start to look into the flooring options, you'll see the different designs that they offer. The color of those designs depends on the style option that you choose. So whatever style option you choose, the accent color that it has, and I keep mentioning what color's on the floor, that will be the color of your floor designs as well when you do the floor graphics. So this is the 8th style option at $301,000. This one is nice and dark. The floor is bright, but the walls are darker and the ceilings are quite darker. So you have kind of light gray or white on the walls of all the little cubicles and offices, and you've got a white beam going across from side to side, but dark beams going from front to back, and very dark walls. The brick walls are very dark. And the trim on the floor is white, but the trim is now a dark gray. And finally, the 9th style option is the last one we have. We'll go into the Mazebank foreclosure site one more time and renovate the Fort Zancudo A2 aircraft hangar. Was just happened to be the last one that I purchased, so I may end up keeping it just for that reason, to make these videos. But anyway, here's the last style, and it's a $320,000 upgrade. It's very light and bright, similar to style number 7, but slightly different. Style number 7 had like a stone cement floor, not this sort of painted light gray floor, and it had a dark gray floor stripe and dark gray beams. And this is all a little bit more just light gray and white. Well, thanks for reviewing these. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it helps you make the purchase decision that makes you happy. And as always, a like for the video and a subscription to my channel are greatly appreciated. Thanks.